All I know is that a lot of people have been playing it, and apparently it is not what you think it is. And I can see that. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. So that's the thing. I'm going to go right into it. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. Oh god, what is this? By playing Doki Doki Literary Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Hey guys, so I hope you're fine. My name is Master Karahoki and today I'm playing part 6 of Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, I couldn't be any more happy that I am right now because in the last episode, my one and only dream came true. My OTP, the Odoyori ship, became real. It's even realer than reality. And whoever says otherwise, I'm gonna beat you up. So I'm gonna have a fight. I'm gonna meet you outside. I'm gonna catch you outside. I'm gonna have a fight because it finally happened. So basically, quick recap, we discovered that Sayori has been suffering from depression her entire life, and she opened to us, and then it is confirmed that Yuri has feelings for us, and she was about to confess, or she kind of did, and then Sayori interrupted us, and she was like, okay, alright, that's a thing that's happening, cool. And then we were like, Sayori, I love you. And then we started dating-ish, kinda, because Sayori, we have a date during the festival, but Sayori didn't want to call it a date. So that's where we are right now. It's the day of the festival, and I am the happiest man alive, / woman. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. What? But Sayori isn't answering her phone. Then knocked on her door. Kicked down. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. No! Didn't we just talk about her depression in the last episode? You need to be there for her. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. And I have my Feels pillow just in case. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori. And Odohoko, you are a man with a woman now. I will not let you spend a single second with that Yuri girl. I feel, oh yeah, by the way, Yuri has a thing for knives, so that's good to know. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Oh, and apparently Monica, so in the previous episode, Monica talked with Sayori, because, I asked her to, so she could make things right. But apparently Monica said something that, wasn't what I expected. I don't know what that is, but that's what Sayori made me think. So here we are. Odohoko, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. I have a bad feeling about this. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that has all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. Lord! So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Do you know what happened during the weekend? Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. Oh. You'd think that on days this important, she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all? Yes. You should take a little responsibility for her, Odohoko. I mean, especially after you're... your exchange with her yesterday. How do you know about that? I don't think Yuri stayed and eavesdropped. I think she just left. So I don't even think she has your number. And I don't think Sayori texted you about what happened. So, Monica, you're creepy. And there's no, like, music at all. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know. It's changed. Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I know it all. I'm the club president after all. Yeah, that doesn't mean that it's okay for you to know everything. It's super creepy that you know about that. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? No, I don't know how, but Monica knows. Monica's evil. That we're a couple now. I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Huh? Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. You should have felt a chill down your spine the minute you met her. I think since the minute I met her, I've said that I don't trust her. Or that I don't like her, or something. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. Okay, it's snowing, and I just thought, what if Monica didn't include Sayori's poem? What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. Oh. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Oh my god. Okay, so I just saw quickly and I was like, I said, okay, no, hold on. Let me organize my ideas. So when Odohoko said that this poem is different, I thought, okay, maybe we're going to read the poem, so I expected this. But then I also thought, oh, poems usually have music. And I was like, okay, I'm going to pay attention to that. But then I didn't hear any music. But then I hear the pages. So there is sound in the game, but there's absolutely no music. So this is, oh my god. Sayori, get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my hair before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. I got chills. Oh man, no. This is bad. Okay. Get out of my, before I do what I know is best for you. That's creepy because that's what I told her when we confess. And that's like our thing. Like, oh, I or the Hoko know what's best for you. And then listening to everything she said to me, Sayori implied that Monica told her something. And like, I'm assuming it was something bad because she said it like, oh, Monica was right. So, and then get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. That's something that Sayori said yesterday. Like, I love you too much. I don't think you love me as much as I love you. And then get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. Can you give me a break, game? Like, at the beginning of the last video, I was so worried. And then at the end, I was so happy. And then I'm worried again. This is a roller coaster of emotions. All in the same game. All in the same day. It's not fair. Okay, can I Ah, what is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Odohoko? Who wouldn't? What's wrong? Nothing. Nothing? Well, yeah, don't talk about it with Monica. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori, so yes. Ah, well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. I have a bad feeling. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. I didn't have the option to choose if I wanted to check her house before leaving or not. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of waking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things would be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I have a bad feeling. I have a bad feeling. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer, since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? I have a bad feeling. I have a really bad feeling. She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. Sayori? I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Sayori! Babe! That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? Yes? In any case, Sayori? It just feels right. Sayori? Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Babe? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? I don't care. But she really leaves me no choice. I'm shaking. I gently open the door. See? I knew it! Oh. I knew it. I said in the last episode that the first time that we went into her room, I thought she was going to be dead, but an exception has occurred. Fall Game Script, Chapter 5, RPY, line 307. See traceback text for details. I'm genuinely upset. So I opened the game file folder and I found some files, and I thought traceback was the only new one according to the date and time. But there's also this one. I'm going to open it so you can see it better. It's called Happy Thoughts. I'm going to check the character folder. Sayori's gone. And then I have this one. I'm sorry, but an uncut exception occurred. While running game code, file game script line 67 in a script call, file line 89 in script, common action menu, game menu, file rempy common, restart top context. Oh geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec, I can probably fix this, I think. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this so difficult. Well, here goes nothing. This is just a bunch of... Man. What the hell? Oh geez, I didn't break anything. Well, here goes nothing. I don't know if it's something that I have to do. I don't want to save it, but what the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? I wish. It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Monica made her kill herself. I'm calling it. I'm gonna make sure Monica pays. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. Are you kidding me? That's not what Sayori needed at all. Are you kidding me? She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Are you kidding me? Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Why was I so selfish? Are you kidding me? Are you legitimately telling me that the wrong choice was confessing? This is my fault. My storming thoughts kept telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, I did. Walked her to school, I did. And remained friends with her like it always has been. Then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. Wait! Because Sayori is gone. Does that mean that I can't? No! I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. You're kidding me. And you're kidding me. You're... Okay, I don't know what that is. Oh, it's new game. Oh my god. I'm gonna try the theory. File error character Sayuri. The file is missing or corrupt. You got to be kidding me. Everything's gone. History. What? I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my never and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today. But it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this. But starting around high school, she would always slip more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sat and idle in front of the crossway and let catch up to me. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. I'm sorry if I'm just reading these lines for the sake of reading them, but what? Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. No, you forgot. Oh, the Hoko forgot about Sayori. He forgot about her. Okay. In one video I said, no matter what happens, I'm going to keep playing this game. And I'm going to keep playing. When I finish this bullshit, whatever this game is, I'm going to find the Sayori file again. And I will play the game again if I have to. Up until that point, and I will say that that she's my dearest friend and I will try to save her. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Or the Hoko? Oh my god. You? Bitch! You killed my Sayori. And I'm going to make you pay. Monica. Oh my goodness. I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smells sweetly. We don't know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've been just looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I hate her so much. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing poetry, killing, the love of my life. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member is a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Yodohoko. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me very happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. You have every fucking reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Easy, say no. Sure, I guess I could check it out. Oh, awesome. You're really sweet, Otohoko, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Bitch. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me. Huh? A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. And don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Otohoko. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? No. My girlfriend's name is Sayori. What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude. Whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. No! Your vice president was Sayori and you killed her. It's nice to meet you. Sayori, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Otohoko in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Hey, wait, Monica. I told you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Odohoko? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. What about Sayori? I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. I'm just thinking that the game is really smart because saying I love you to Sayori is what most players would have chosen. I chose it because since day one, I wanted them to be together. And I regret it. I don't regret saying I love you, but I regret that this happened. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. So you can kill members now? I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Not if you keep killing people. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, does a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri is trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Odohoko, what kinds of things do you like to read? I don't know if they also lost her memories or if this is all just part of a plan. Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mirror quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking about seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes lit up that she finds her comfort in the worlds of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well, like this one. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. He suits your personality. Oh, is that so? really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if often for a brief moment. Surreal horror, this is what this is. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Alone! And give that back! Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. If I can still write... Jesus Christ, my camera. If I can still write a poem for Natsuki, for Sayori, even though she's glitched out, I'm gonna do it. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start planning activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice presidents after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Dohoko? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All these girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Dohoko. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lit up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Dohoko? Yeah. It could be fun, right? He really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left out for all this, I would be super pissed. Dohoko, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Can you bring Sayori back? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Oh, the Hoko, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah, bitch. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my miracle writing skills? I really feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in literature club? Every day for the rest of your life? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. You did. Alright. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yes. Can you hear me? Is that it? Sayori, is that you? I thought it was Sayori, but I think it's Monica. I hate this so much. Okay, so this is as far the history goes. I wondered if it was going to appear somewhere a glitch with Sayori or whatever. But okay, here I'm going to write for Yuri, I guess. I was going to skip until the last word, but did you guys see that? I was literally thinking, like, yes, I'm writing this for Yuri, but maybe I should not choose words like death and all that. So I'm just going to do it again. Maybe I should have stayed with the creepy Yuri thing, but I want to see how far I can get writing normal poems. I think this poem is going to be dedicated to Natsuki because she's been jumping the most times, and most of the sad words are like death, graveyard, frightening, alone, and that's going to make Yuri snap. So I'm just going to keep, yeah. Hi again, Odohoko. I hate this game. I don't love it for what they did to Sayori, but here am I playing it. Hi again, Odohoko. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. What? Thanks for keeping your promise, Odohoko. Okay, so in the second version of my poem, Yuri didn't look creepy at all, and now she's glitching. Great, this is a glitch game. The game of the glitches game. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! The music is off. Like he deserves any slack. He already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. I'm sure I'm not going to see the end of it either way. Natsuki pleasantly have a big mouth for someone who keeps manga collection in the club room. Oh, they're different sizes. Manga or Monica? Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Adohoko. We'll make sure to make your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Was the background like tilted before or not? Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not like that, Yuri. I'm just gonna check folder once again. Oh, wait. Can you hear me? This is new. There's a little devil inside all of us. Beneath their manufactured perception, their artificial reality is a written, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, elitism, self-doubt, all thrashing to escape the feeble hold of their host, seeping through every little crevice they can find, into their willpower, starving them of all motivation and desire, into their stomach, forcing them to drown their guilt in comfort food, or into a newly opened gash in their skin, hidden only by the sleeves of a cute new shirt. Such a deplorable tangled mess is already present in every single one of them. That's why I choose not to blame myself for their actions. All I did was untie the knot. Okay. No, it's not that, Yuri. I honestly, this game is... I was warned at the beginning, but Jesus Christ. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just feel like... Well, as vice president and all, you're not the vice president. That I should help you get started on something you might like. Okay. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. Why is it not? So I picked up the book that I thought you might enjoy. Yeah, this game is tilted. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book that you gave me, right? Your face is weird. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of this? Oh, just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Yes, do tell. Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. You know, it's funny that you talk about religious camp and human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. Anything and any coincidence with reality is just a coincidence. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and fixing them to... that might be a little bit of a spoiler. First of all, how is that story relatable? I mean, I'm guessing that's what this club is about, but, you know, according to Hoko, doesn't know all of this, so... Second of all, I want to read that book, Portrait of Markov. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean, not the thing about the limbs, That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Hoko? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly, I'm reveling, aren't I? You are? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's all right then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets in... I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. Yuri is going to be the next one that is going to be gone. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes? What about no? I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Oh, wait, what? Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particular bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of your body. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Are we not going to share the poem? It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. How is this going to change? Yuri takes her left arm and holds the side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I have a bad feeling about this. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it on her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Are you ready? Huh? To turn the page. Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Huh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Is the main character a serial killer? Really? I was just thinking that the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else. Never mind. That's spoiler. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Huh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Hogo? Did something happen just now? Huh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I just want to kill her. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her because I am going to be the one doing something to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Huh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Who should I show my poem to first? I don't want anything to do with Monica. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I share mine with her first. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your. It's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Huh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Now that you like it. Why do you have some British accent as well? Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. So this is the first poem that we saw. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. Lie. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? Can I just not do it? I don't think I can not show it to her. Hi, Yodohoko. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Hey, good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, like not kill people, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, you want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Odohoko. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. A great job, Odohoko. I was going in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mind that it's like bad. It don't mean it like that's a bad thing though. But sometimes I the impression that she's totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strong. Okay, Monica, yeah. You're a bitch, like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri, I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Huh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? No. Don't worry, I'm not very good. You're the worst. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. I'm sorry this is too repetitive for you guys, but I don't know when something's gonna change, so I might as well just show you everything. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me, confused. I'm not even going to read with her voice because I hate her. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burnt eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in the room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? I hate it. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. It sucks. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback, especially if you're cute. Haha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Oh, that was the moment before the demon possessed me. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Bitch. You're an absolute bitch. I hate you so much. As Yuri reads the poem, I noticed her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Huh? What was that? Huh? Did I say that out loud? Yuri's first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hit me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Huh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Whoa, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just mean, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down before thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Natsuki, do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Nope. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Are you recognizing that you're glitching? I am sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking about that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? I am a ghost. Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, Otohoko. Really? It must have totally missed the point. I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But I remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. But remember, they usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Huh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Otohoko. Me too. I am done. I'm done. I am done for today. Oh, and the music is okay. We're back to the creepiness of this entire thing. I just saved, right? Yeah. Yes. I can't. This is too much. I don't know when I'm going to play the next episode, but Jesus Christ. It's going to be a really long game. It's going to be longer than I thought. It's going to be way longer if I had to replay the game every single time something bad happens. And I think I said in a video that once I finished this game, because I thought I was playing a good route, I said, okay, after this I'm going to play the worst route I could ever play. I'm going to write poems about death and everything, and I'm going to make people go crazy. I don't think that's even necessary anymore. I mean, I could after what I saw little Yuri, Chibi Yuri doing, but yeah, that's it for today. That's a wrap, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm thinking about Sayori. And I hope I get to see you guys soon, because I'm not going to be the only one that suffers with this game. Bye!